Hey, Julie with I Compete Fitness. Happy Monday. Hope y'all had a good weekend. And I'm sure that you all took some time over the weekend to get yourself set up for success, that you prepped your food, you got your workout schedule all worked out so you don't really have to think about it. You can be on cruise control and just get it done, right? Yeah, right. Well, let me help you out with one of your workouts. So the weekly challenge today, we actually did it in class this morning, and it was a great workout. Clients commenting how their muscles felt fatigued, they were tired. So all good things I like to hear when I put them through a workout. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a lot form today. And as we go through the exercises, I'm going to do some little side notes just to make sure that we are doing the correct form. Not only we want to work out to look good, that's always the real motivation, but we also want to increase our functionality throughout the day and be able to do things. I had a client tell me today that she is able to just get out of the car easier, get up from chairs easier, and that is just awesome stuff, and it just makes life so much easier and so much better. So we're going to focus on more quality than quantity, even though we are doing quite a few reps today. So let's get to it. So to warm up, you're going to warm up with a 5-minute jog. If you have a treadmill, you're going to set it to about 3 to 4% incline and jog at about 6 to 7 miles per hour. If you need to take it down a little bit, that's fine. Once again, 5 minutes, just warming up. Once you hit that 5-minute mark, you're going to sprint as fast as you can for the 1 minute, and then you're going to walk for 30 seconds. Then you're going to sprint for a minute, walk for 30 seconds, and do that 3 times. So if you don't have a treadmill, get outside, do the same thing. Jog for 5 minutes. And then at that 5-minute mark, sprint as fast as you can for a minute, walk for 30, do that 3 times. You're only doing the sprinting and the walking for 3 times. The 5 minutes is 1 time. All right, and I'll again have the summary of this at the end of the video. So that's your warm-up. When you're done with the warm-up, we're going to go through 3 different series, and each series has 2 exercises, and you're going to do 3 sets of 20 reps for each one. So you're going to start with this first series. You're going to do that 3 times before you move to the next one. All right? So here's what we're going to do. So first exercise, we're doing a squat to press. So grab a bar. I picked a bar here. It's only about 27 pounds, so it's not that much. But we want the focus to be more on the squat and making sure we are getting the correct form. And if you're doing the form right and the right speed, you don't need a lot of weight right now. All right, so we're really working on the squat position. So grab a bar that you're comfortable with. You're going to spread your feet about shoulder width apart. And the key is you want to keep the weight on the back of your heels. You're going to stick your butt back, and you're going to squat down with your chest up. So turning from the side, my feet are on my heels. Raise those elbows up a little bit to keep the bar on you. Stick the butt back, squat down, and come back up. So now the key to this one is we're going to squat, is the down motion. You want to get at least 90 degrees and even better below that. So as I squat down, that's about 90. Go down a little bit further and then press up through those heels. Once again, you should be able to slide some fingers underneath your toes as you're going down and up, because that means that you're staying back on those heels. So the key again is to get all the way down. When you think you're low enough, go a little bit further, press up through those heels. So this is not acceptable. Get all the way down and all the way up. All right, so here we go. Okay, you see how my back stays straight? And I'm really focused on keeping the weight on the back heels. If you keep the weight back, you're not going to feel any pressure in your knees. You're going to feel it more in your quads and in your glutes, which is where you want to see it. When people have some knee issues, it's because they're leaning forward, they're putting all that pressure on their knees, and it's making them hurt. So stay back. If you're struggling with this one, drop the bar, put your hands up here, and do a squat this way. All right, without the bar. Just focus on getting all the way down, all the way up. We're not trying to do them as fast as we can. We want quality. So get all the way down, all the way up. If that also, you're struggling with that one, then find something to grab. Had a couple clients this morning that I had them put the bar away and I had them go to something that they could hang on to help balance yourself. Again, sit back and squat down here. Get all the way down is the key. So if you can only do maybe 10 reps as opposed to 20, but you're doing good quality ones and your legs are just giving out and you just physically can't do 20, that's fine. Stop at that. As soon as you find your form start to really break and you start modifying it and just doing reps to do the reps, that's where you want to stop. All right? So if you can make 20, do 20. But if you can only do 10, 12, 14, whatever it is, and then you're really, really bad form and you find everything else overcompensating, then stop there, and that's your ceiling, and that's what you have to shoot to beating next time. All right, this is also a really good exercise without the weight for any parents that you might have that are a little bit older, or grandparents who just struggle getting up and down out of a car or walking up and down stairs. Go to them. You can either grab their hands and have them do the same motion, or have them grab onto a chair, put their hands on a chair, and sit down this way. And if they were to do that a few times a week, as many reps as they can, you'll be amazed at how fast they're going to be able to improve. And just the simple task of getting out of a chair, getting out of a car, is not going to be very difficult. So it's these little simple things that we can do to change our quality of life. All right, it's up to us. So help out those people in your lives that struggle with that stuff. And like I said, it does not take a lot of time. Just a few times a week of doing that will really make a difference in their lives. So, little side note we just had. So you're going to do squat to press, 20 reps of that, and then you're going to do mountain climbers. So with the mountain climbers, we're going to make sure that your feet come all the way up to your hands. So we're here. Okay, sometimes when we see mountain climbers, you keep your feet back here. We want to bring them all the way up to our hands. All right? And then while we count it, 2 is 1. So your left foot, right foot up, that's 1. And you're doing 20 of those. All right? These will get you. They're tiring. Really focus getting that leg up to your hand as much as you can. Work on that strength and flexibility. And over time, you'll see yourself improving with that as well. So the first series, you got your squat to press, do 20 reps, 20 mountain climbers, then go back and do 20 squat to press, 20 mountain climbers. You're doing that 3 times before you move to the next series. All right, so the next series, you're doing a lateral shoulder raise and push-ups. So the lateral shoulder raise, grab some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, another easy thing to grab, they're like 79 cents at a grocery store, are water jugs. All right, and I'm going to do a post, one of these next times, a post on just kind of ways that you can have equipment in your house that's cheaper to buy and to purchase, and one of them are water jugs where you use the water that's in it, or you go to Home Depot and grab some sand and fill the water jugs up, and you can get some different weights that way as well for a very, very cheap price. So, lateral raise. You're going to keep your arms straight and come out to the side. Now, key to this one also is as you're coming down to go nice and slow. A lot of people tend to get it up, but then they let the weights fall, so you have no muscles, eccentric motion going on, which is a key to a lot of strength building and those stabilizer muscles and everything. So you're coming up and then slowly lowering it down. All right, so we're going to do 20 of these. Now, you might need to start with the weight. Maybe you're doing 15s and you can only get to 10 and it's just killing you, then stop for a second and then knock out maybe 4 more. Stop for a second. All right, you don't want to stop for like 30 seconds to a minute, but maybe just a couple seconds, and then knock it out. As you're getting to your second or third set, you might need to go down a weight. Again, it's based on your form. If you start finding yourself just really having to bend over to lift them up, you're bending your arms more, your form's breaking, so you're doing too heavy. So go on the type of weight where you're able to keep that form good, even if you get down to 10 pound, 5 pounds, and if you need less than that, do that. Once again, keep track of what weight you're doing, so when you do this repeatedly, you're going to notice that you're going to be increasing your weight as you get stronger. So key, and I'll probably say this a few times throughout this video, is to keep that form tight and use the weight that will allow you to keep that form tight. As soon as you see you start to break that form, switch to a different weight or rest for a second. So you got your lateral shoulder raise, and then we have push-ups. Now the key to push-ups is we want to get all the way down. See, a lot of people sacrifice their form just to be able to say they're doing push-ups, but they're not real push-ups, so it doesn't count. So a real push-up, you want to get all the way down to the ground and back up. Get that chest all the way down. So you're going to do as many as you can on your feet. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 0, maybe it's 20. Whatever you can do, do. As soon as your form starts to break again and you notice you're not getting all the way down, and a good thing is to just put like something on the ground that you can go down to, that's very close down to the ground, like a tennis ball or something like that. As soon as you can't do any more, then drop to your knees and do it this way, but go all the way down. Now, had some clients who were just struggling at once they got to 10 reps or 12 reps and they just couldn't do anymore, then that's fine. That's your max right now. Then go back to your lateral raise and then do as many as you can till you just physically can't do anymore and you know that, hey, that's where I need to improve. I need to get 20 in. All right, so as soon as that form starts to break, rest a second, try to do a couple more, see where you're at, and if you can get to 20, excellent. If not, it's okay. You just know that's where you need to work next time. All right, so the third series, we got band flies and split jumps. So band flies, if you don't have a band, it's one of those inexpensive pieces of equipment I would suggest you grabbing to have at your house. So band flies, your palms are going to be facing out. You want to stagger your feet to give yourself some balance and lean forward. And we're going to pull the bands forward up to about your eye-nose level. Bring it back each time, and again, as you're coming back, you're controlling it, not letting your arms fall back, but slowly going back and then forward. The cool thing with the band is you can adjust, the tension's there the entire time. That's why I love the band as opposed to like a dumbbell. A trick too is as you're coming forward, picture those pinkies coming together at the end. If you picture that and then squeeze that chest, it really activates those pectoral muscles, okay? So you're here, bring it up out to your nose-eye level, and bring those pinkies together. All right, if you don't have a band and you have your water jugs or some dumbbells, then you can do flies this way. Start up high, bring them to your side, and press up. All right, so you can do this way as well, which is fine, but I really recommend the band because it gives you that tension the entire way. So, you know, they're not very expensive. Go grab yourself one. All right, so you're going to do band flies, then you're doing split jumps. Split jumps are here. All right, do this one. Watch out for the bar behind you. So we're here. Safety's always first. I didn't check that out. So split jumps, you're doing 20 reps of those. Once again, if you can't do those, your knees bother you, you're just starting this, your quads aren't strong enough, no problem. You're going to do reverse squat, which is here, okay? Or if you need to grab onto something, you're grabbing onto something and doing it here. All right? So once again with this one, if you're just doing a stationary reverse lunge, you want to even tap that back knee on the ground. By doing that, it will just give you a good guide as to make sure you're getting down low enough and that front leg should be parallel. You don't want to let it hit the ground and then rest for a second. You're just kind of tapping it down so you're keeping that tension and those muscles firing the whole time. All right. So I know there's been a lot of extra explanations in this, but it's just critical, and I'm really tight on the form and making sure that you're doing that right. So needed to make sure I got that in. So to repeat the workout, warm up, 5-minute jog on the treadmill, then a 1-minute sprint, 30-second walk. Repeat the sprint and the walk 3 times. All right. Then you're going to the exercise series. First one, you're doing squat to press, and you're going to superset that with your mountain climbers. You're going to do 3 sets of 20 reps. Then once you do that, you're going to your lateral raise and your push-ups. 3 sets of 20, And then your last one, you're doing the band flies, which were here, band flies, and then your split jumps, 3 sets of 20. All right, should be a good workout for you. Once again, focus on the quality, not the quantity. Keep that form tight. You'll really notice a huge difference in everything that you do. All right, get after it, have a good week, and we'll see you next week.